What if I told you that one pair of earrings in your jewelry box could be making your face look older than it really is? And the shocking part? You may have spent years believing those earrings made you look more elegant. They might be beautiful. They might be expensive. They might even be your favorite pair. But after 50, the jewelry that once flattered your face can sometimes have the opposite effect. And today, I'm going to show you the earrings that can visually pull your face downward, the jewelry mistakes that quietly add years to your appearance, and the timeless pieces that can make your entire look feel more polished. So before you wear your favorite earrings again, check this first. Because the final piece we're going to talk about is one that elegant women have been wearing for generations, and it may already be sitting inside your jewelry box. Now, let's begin. Let's start with the biggest surprise. Heavy dangling earrings. Now before you defend your favorite pair, hear me out. Many women keep wearing heavy chandelier earrings because they remember how glamorous they looked 20 years ago. But here's the uncomfortable truth. What flattered your face at 40 may not flatter it at 60. That isn't because you've become less beautiful. It's because your features have naturally changed. As we grow older, the skin around the ears becomes softer and loses some elasticity. Heavy earrings gently pull downward, and visually, that downward movement affects much more than your ears. Instead of lifting the face, they emphasize the lower half of it. That's why photographs often reveal something the mirror doesn't. You don't notice the earrings. You notice that your face somehow looks more tired. The solution isn't giving up elegant earrings. It's choosing lighter ones. A delicate pearl drop. A slim gold hoop. A graceful gemstone suspended on a fine chain. These still create movement, but instead of dragging the eye down, they guide it upward toward your eyes and cheekbones. And isn't that exactly where we want people to look? Here's a question for you. Have you ever stopped wearing a favorite pair because they became uncomfortable, but never realized they were also changing the way your face looked? Tell me in the comments. I have a feeling many of us have done exactly that. Now here's another mistake that creates even more debate. Oversized statement earrings. Now, don't misunderstand me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making a statement. The problem begins when the jewelry becomes the only thing anyone notices. Elegant women understand something fashion magazines rarely explain. The goal isn't for people to admire your earrings. The goal is for people to admire you. If your earrings are so large that they compete with your face, your hairstyle, and your smile, they've stopped supporting your beauty and started stealing attention from it. Instead, choose pieces with presence rather than size. A softly textured hoop. A medium pearl. A sculptural stud. A warm amber stone. These add personality without overwhelming your features. Remember this simple rule. Your jewelry should complete the conversation, not become the conversation. And here's where things become even more interesting. Many women think they're choosing the safest option, when they're actually making another mistake. Tiny studs. Yes, those tiny little earrings many of us wear every single day. At one time, they were perfectly balanced. But as our features soften over time, very small earrings can simply disappear. The result? Your face can look unfinished, almost as though something is missing. Sometimes, all it takes is moving from a tiny stud to a medium-sized pearl or a graceful gold button earring for the entire face to appear brighter, fresher, and more balanced. It's not about wearing bigger jewelry. It's about wearing jewelry that's in proportion with the beautiful woman you are today. Now, let's talk about something almost every woman owns. Old, tarnished jewelry. Maybe it was once your favorite. Maybe it holds precious memories. But faded finishes and worn metals can quietly dull your complexion. Instead of reflecting warmth onto your skin, they absorb it. Suddenly your face appears tired without you understanding why. Sometimes replacing one worn pair of earrings with a fresh, high-quality version makes more difference than buying 10 trendy accessories. Quality always outlives quantity. And here's one mistake that surprises almost everyone. Bright plastic earrings. Now, color is wonderful. Please don't stop wearing color. But after 50, softer, richer tones often complement mature skin far more beautifully than loud synthetic shades. Instead of bright plastic turquoise, try natural aquamarine. Instead of neon pink, choose rose quartz. Instead of glossy acrylic yellow, consider warm champagne gold. The personality remains. The harshness disappears. And suddenly your entire look feels more sophisticated without becoming boring. Now that we've talked about what to avoid, let's replace those mistakes with timeless pieces you'll enjoy for years. The first is a delicate gold chain necklace. Simple, elegant, effortless. It's one of those rare pieces that works with almost everything in your wardrobe. Whether you're wearing linen, denim, silk, knitwear, or a simple white blouse, a fine gold chain quietly brightens your neckline without demanding attention. People won't remember the necklace. They'll remember how polished you looked wearing it. Next comes the tennis bracelet. Graceful, refined, never flashy. It catches the light with every movement of your hand and instantly adds quiet luxury to even the simplest outfit. One beautiful bracelet says far more than several noisy ones stacked together. Now, let's revisit hoop earrings. Because when chosen correctly, they're one of the most flattering earrings a woman over 50 can wear. Notice I said correctly. Not oversized hoops. Not ultra-thick hoops. Simple medium-sized gold hoops that gently frame the face. They're timeless because they soften your features, brighten your complexion, and work beautifully with almost every hairstyle. Here's something I truly believe. Confidence looks better than excess. Would you agree? Or do you still love dramatic statement jewelry? I genuinely love to know your opinion because fashion should always be a conversation, not a rule book. Now let's talk about one of the most personal pieces you'll ever own. Your signature ring. The ring you reach for every morning without thinking. Perhaps it's your wedding band. Perhaps it celebrates a milestone. Perhaps it reminds you of someone you love. That's what makes it timeless. Not the size of the stone. The meaning behind it. Finally, the piece elegant women never seem to outgrow. Pearl earrings. Fashion has changed thousands of times. Pearls have remained. Why? Because they never try too hard. They don't compete. They quietly complement. A classic pair of pearl studs instantly softens the face, brightens the complexion, and adds an elegance that's impossible to fake. There's a reason stylish women continue wearing them decade after decade. They're proof that true elegance never needs to shout. And perhaps that's today's greatest lesson. The women we admire most rarely wear the flashiest jewelry. Instead, they choose pieces that enhance rather than overpower. They understand that elegance lives in restraint, not excess. So before we finish, I have 2 questions for you. Which jewelry mistake surprised you the most today? And which timeless piece will you be adding or wearing more often from now on? Share your answer in the comments because your experience may inspire another wonderful woman in our graceful and chic after 50 family. And if today's video reminded you that style becomes even more beautiful with age, subscribe to Graceful and Chic After 50 and join us each week as we celebrate timeless fashion, effortless elegance, and the confidence to embrace every season of life. Until next time, wear what lifts you. Choose what reflects your confidence. And always remember, true elegance is never about wearing more. It's about choosing better.